Welcome back to episode 2 of Over Underrated, where today we'll be talking about Ford, which is one of the founding fathers of the automotive industry. Nobody on this planet hasn't heard of Ford, and it's for good reason. One of the most popular sports cars of all time with the Mustang, as well as one of the most attainable. You could get a relatively new 5.0 Coyote for about 30k, and the modding potential is endless. It's why teenagers, as well as people new to the car community, look at Mustangs as their first projects. Side note, Ford is responsible for the greatest car to have ever been manufactured, the Ford Crown Victoria. Just wanted to slide that in there. They're cheap, abundant, and fun. The three most important things to look for in a project. They're easy to work on and they sound beautiful. It comes with a 3.8 liter V6 and the much more popular 4.6 liter V8. It comes in a 5-speed manual and is rear-wheel drive, so you could definitely drift one of these if that's what you're into. Chris Fix has a whole YouTube series about him turning a Mustang into a drift car, so that should show you how the sky is the limit with these things. Drift builds, drag builds, race builds, show builds. You could do anything you think of with a Mustang. Let's go over the different trims. First off is the EcoBoost. With a 2.3 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, the EcoBoost is good for those who want the look of a Mustang but don't want all the power of a Mustang. And they're also for the people who want a better healthy environment, as its gas mileage is much better than its GT counterpart. Speaking of the GT, it holds a monstrous 5.0 liter V8 Coyote engine, which sounds heavenly. It's almost impossible to make a Mustang sound bad. Keyword, almost. It comes in a 10-speed automatic or a 6-speed manual and has around 400 to 500 horsepower. A lot more power for those adrenaline junkies and speed racers. But with great power comes great responsibility. Mustang owners have garnered a reputation as crowd killers. That came from the sheer amount of them that spun out of control and hit bystanders at various takeovers and car meets. It's not just people they've hit either. It's other cars, street signs, light poles. You name it, I'm sure at one point a Mustang has hit it. Next up is the Shelby GT350. Here we go. Shelby Mustangs are a step above their GT counterpart in about every way possible. Comfort, powered, looks, and the emblem on the back is a cobra instead of just GT letters. That's pretty badass. They are more expensive than a base GT, but that's to be expected since you're getting more than you normally would with the GT. Naturally aspirated 5.2 liter V8 with 526 horsepower, and it comes with a 6-speed manual. And of course, since it's a Mustang, it's rear-wheel drive. This car is like a scat pack for Mustangs, and I don't like, comparing different trims with different brands, but that's really like what this car is. It's honestly better than a scat pack, obviously, but this isn't even the end of it. It gets even better than this. And here we are. We reached the final boss of the Mustangs. This car is, well, quite literally Ford's Hellcat. It's just a lot better and a lot harder to steal. I am talking about the Shelby GT500 with a ridiculous price tag of about $70,000 to $100,000 depending on where you look. The Shelby GT500 is Ford's performance masterpiece. The same 5.2 liter V8 as the GT350, but it has a supercharger. It comes with 760 horsepower from the factory, and newer models come with a 7-speed automatic, but the older models have a 6-speed manual. Yeah, this car is an animal. It has everything a Hellcat has, and is significantly harder to steal. You could leave this car on the street and not worry about it being gone the next morning. Or maybe you will. Don't quote me on that. I don't think Ford is overrated, but it's not exactly underrated either. I think Ford is okay where it is because it's not perfect. It has its issues, and people don't use the acronyms found on road dead or fix or repair daily for no reason. We'll see if that changes in the future. But that's it for this video. Be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for the next video. See you later.